service. It wasn't a bad start, but he got himself positioned badly. Josh Price, Jack McCarthy and Berkay Besler, I think, are the 1-2-3 as they come off the three-way. And Berkay Besler has already dropped back, as Chris Hartley's pointing out to me. Just couldn't really understand the outside of the apex of that first turn. There was a little bit of lack of conviction, certainly some contact, but the net result is that the front-running four have blasted themselves well clear of everybody else. Josh Price from pole position doing it the easy way. Jack McCarthy in second place, not too difficult for him either, but Berkay Besler was the front-runner who lost places there. Third place...
Yeah, Ralph Aron was the other one in trouble.
The driving standards flag, Ralph Aron. Sorry, I didn't understand the message that was being relayed to me. Chris, you call it.
Yeah, he rode up the back of another cart and got a piggyback through turn 2. And I didn't see for sure, but it may well have been Berkay Besler that he gave a hitch to ride with and ran on his rear bumper, and Berkay certainly went on the grass and lost a ton of places.
Yeah, that may explain the situation that I couldn't relate otherwise. If there was a little bit of outside assistance, that would explain it all.
He's kept going there, Ralph Aron, and he's 6th place in the blue and white cart. But yeah, he had his front wheels off the tarmac for a good 4 or 5 seconds. And that is why he's being shown. The officials, the eagle-eyed officials, spotted that. Well done to them. Josh Price leads the way, though, at the end of this second lap of the race. And then it's the number 44 cart of Jack McCarthy in second.
And Christensen applying the pressure. But actually, Jack's exited that final turn better. But just momentarily, that looked as if Christensen was really getting close in kart 46.
Yeah, he had a good run, didn't he, over the start-finish line. You see them going through second and third nose to tail through your shot there, through turn 2, the hairpin. Through 3 and 4 now into this right-hander at turn 5, and it bunches up once again, second, third and fourth. I think a bit of pointing going on there from our second place driver to say, let's stop racing each other. Look, the leader's getting away. Let's follow him.
Yeah, good thinking if you did that.
Yeah, I think so. Or he was fist waving, one or the other. But anyway, it's definitely a message to the drivers behind. Let's not fight just yet, because we'll hold each other up. Look, Josh Price is getting away here, and we need to do something about this. So Price, McCarthy, Christensen, the top 3.
Talking of messages, Chris, Denise DeRoy is looking for a boyfriend, but I'm afraid that all she's going to find in the next 20 seconds is a warning flag. Driving standards flag to Denise DeRoy. She's up in the top 20 in 19th place in kart 24, but she's got there by foul means according to the officials. Denise DeRoy picks up a driving standards flag.
The middle of your screen there, you'll see in 11th place a green arrow next to Max Aitken's name. He's going well at the start of this race. The number 5 has come from 20th on the grid, the driver with the bright green helmet. There's a couple just ahead of him as well. It looks like he's ready to pick off. Second and third still nose to tail down this back straight, coming into the right-hander here, but Christensen and McCarthy now the order. So Christensen ahead of McCarthy. McCarthy trying to get the position back, and then behind them you got the 21 machine, Dries van Theur, the Belgian, in the mix as well. So second, third and fourth running absolutely together as they come in towards turn 10 now on the brakes. No change here. We've only really seen Harry Webb doing much overtaking at that corner. Price still leading the way, and coming onto the back of them now is Sakaguchi, who dropped back on the first lap also.
Improving immensely, Chris.
He is, number 30, here he comes. So we'll see who gets the fastest lap this time around. Sakaguchi. So, yes, with the clean track in front of him. As we see a change for second, is that Bartholomew up the inside? I think so. Back into second place ahead of Christensen he goes. So, number 44, Jack Bartholomew, back up to second place here. And what's the lead for Josh Price? 0.7 of a second. So, they're going to be careful not to let him get away, because it's only a 7-lap race and we're already into the second half, Ken.
Yeah, Jack McCarthy into second place. Nice little piece of passing there. I must say that Matthias Christensen is impressing me in this race. And earlier on in the weekend, I thought he looked a little bit sharper than when I'd previously seen him. But succumbing to that attempted pass and eventually the executed pass by Jack McCarthy. But Josh Price, a good half second clear of the field. And as we look at it in distances, it's a dozen kart lengths. And fourth to third, no. Van Theur just holding off Sakaguchi, but it's looking tight. This is the start of lap 6 of a 7-lap race. 2 to go.
Van Theur trying to come through as well, which he does through to turn 1 now to move up to back up to 4th place. The one that's dropped to the back of that little group there. And Price and McCarthy, the top 2, with now a 1.1 second the difference between them. Sakaguchi up to third. Christensen, I think, is the one that's dropped to the back of the group now from the start of the lap. So he's down to 5th place, having had haven't been held up really as they came past on the way into turn 1. So 5 laps gone. Only actually a lap and a half to go in this race. This 7-lap junior sprint race. And the fastest lap has now gone to Berkay Besler with a 56.836, trying to fight his way back up the order after his woes on the first lap of the race. And doing quite a good job at that sort of speed. He's only up to 19th place though. And on to the final lap of the race now goes the leader Josh White. And he's got a comfortable margin here, Ken.
Josh Price has got 1 1/4 seconds over Jack McCarthy in cart number 44. Jack McCarthy in front of Senna Sakaguchi by a margin of about 0.25 of a second, quarter of a second. So on those numbers alone, you would expect there to be no significant turn. But hey, that's not the case because Sakaguchi has got the bit between his teeth, hasn't he? And I have to say that looked a little bit... has McCarthy got a problem? Possibly so. He looks off the pace, Chris. Dropping back now very, very significantly. I nearly said dropping back quickly, but of course you don't drop back quickly, do you? You go slowly, but you know what I mean. We talk nonsense, or at least I do, and have to say that's all a little bit unfortunate for cart number 44. Having done the hard work the hard way and got something out of it, the dividend is not coming. However, Josh Price brings home cart 27 for the victory by a handsome margin. In second place, it's Senna Sakaguchi. So the guys that started on the front row finish 1 and 2. Good drive by the Dutchman, the Belgian. Oh, I'm sorry, calling a Belgian a Dutchman. Dries van Tor of Belgium driving a Maranello. Coming home in a good third place. Matthias Christensen 4th. Jack McCarthy, I'm not one to make excuses, but I do feel that Jack McCarthy had an issue in the second half of the last lap. He certainly went back from 2nd to 5th slightly tamely, and it would not surprise me to learn that there was an issue there. Mrs. Issa in Kingston, Jamaica, your boy did well. He finished 6th. David Wooder was 7th. Ralph Aaron 8th. Max Aitken 9th. And Dennis Beckers completed the top 10 at number 10.
And sort of staying out of all the trouble, Thomas Issa did well there, didn't he, in 6th place, as you say. And a good drive from Max Aitken from 20th up to 9th place. So showing a bit more form now, like we thought we would see from him. Well, we've heard on Twitter that we've got viewers all around the world. We've had some tweets from the UK, Europe, from Australia, and we're online in Malaysia as well. Leong Joy just tweeting that he's enjoying the coverage on
Malaysia Ballet. That's the greeting I know for you guys out there. Malaysia Ballet. Well, you've got Mitchell doing his best out here. Mitchell Chemenji just finished outside of the top 10, but learning all the time. So well done, Malaysia. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, good to have you with us. Josh Price, the winner then. Senna Sakaguchi second. 2.2 seconds the difference. That's a big margin in kart racing. Dries van Teur third. Matthias Christensen 4th. Jack McCarthy 5th. Thomas Issa in 6th. Then David Wooder, Ralph Aron, Max Aitken and Dennis Beckers rounding out the top 10. Lamberel, Van Riet, Chiminji. Besler recovered to 14th in the end. Dennis Tees a bit disappointed in 15th. Mustiovics, Keane and Zianis were next up. Martin Sesks was 19th and the top 20 completed by Thomas Salva there, as you can see. Ed Tansley retired from the race with a couple of laps to go in the 71 kart. And also at the back was Seglerson, Louis Seminaire and Dennis de Rouge. They both retired with a couple of laps to go. But again, most of them getting to the finish.
Well, Edward Tansley having that